Okay, I've been talking to my camera for probably about 2 damn minutes without it even on, so there's you a good laugh right there, because I don't even know how the hell that happened. I think my touch screen is so messed up. But anyways, anybody that sees this first video, my name's Heather. And I was talking about being the scapegoated child and how that affects you and everything. And about how it affects your mentality to make you think that everything is about you and everything is your fault because that's what you grow up in the family environment. Literally, I gave an example, and I'm going to give it again because obviously it wasn't recording, but the example is like, for instance, say my dad were to come home, park his truck, say he got off work. This is just an example. This is not an actuality, but this is a very good example of what it's like being a scapegoated child. So, dad pulls up, parks his truck, right? Comes in, a few hours later, he goes to leave. He gets out, and his truck won't start. He comes in, and he's griping, but, like, he's just griping, like, he's like, fuck this life, and shit like that, like, just oblivious, like, or not oblivious, but, like, you don't know what he's griping about, like, he's not said what he's mad about. And so, say I'm standing there, and everybody else, is kind of, else they don't care, because they got used to not caring a long time ago, or they do care, and they're like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, hell, the damn truck won't start, or something like that. And it's like, well, why do you think the truck won't start, or some type of shit like that, and everything. And I swear to God, this is how it works with the family dynamic of the scapegoat child, and that's what I was, growing up and everything. It'd be like, well, Heather loaded the goddamn truck full of fucking trash to take off yesterday, and I guess it fucked up the damn truck, and now the damn thing won't start. And see, that would have been yesterday. That would have had nothing affecting why the fuck the truck wouldn't start the next day. He drove it to work, he drove it home, and he let it sit, and he went back out to try and start it the next day, and the son of a bitch won't start, and instead, the blame would come on me. And then my mother would reinforce it and be like, well, damn, Heather, he could have made 2 trips to the fucking dump. Why the hell did you put so much damn trash in it? Like, that's the type of shit that you would get, even though that makes no sense. And that's what it's like being a scapegoated child. It literally makes no fucking sense, the shit that you get blamed for. And even when you're wise enough to defend yourself, even, like, all hell breaks loose. And then, like, my dad, like, he was very abusive. He still could be. We'll just say that. And let's say that I'm older and I would have been like, me putting goddamn trash in the back of the motherfucking truck yesterday ain't got a fucking thing to do with the fact that the son of a bitch won't start right now. Who the fuck are you to talk to me like that and put it off on me? And maybe if you would have took the fucking trash off the first damn time that I offered to load the shit and help you when I wasn't working or I wasn't busy or I wasn't doing this, then maybe we wouldn't have had so much damn trash to take off. Like, because I got a mouth on me. I'll admit, I got a mouth on me. And so say I do say that, and I learned very quickly to not have my mouth on me in my household. But, like, after 3 times and getting my ass handed to me, it was like, okay, don't say shit, just take the blame. But let's say I would have said that, then my mom would have reinforced it and been like, no, it's your fault. And that's what narcissists do to the scapegoated child. Everything is their fault. The narcissist turns the whole family against this one child. Or it can be more than one child. But that's the way that they do it. And it is fucking ridiculous. It really is. Hold on. And it's like, I've just always dealt with that shit, and I'm really fucking sick of it, and I'm really fucking tired of it. And then on top of it, here I am, trying to get my own independence, I guess you'd say, and everything. And that's kind of weird and hard for me to say, because I've always had an independent streak in me, and that's the reason you get scapegoated. That's the reason, like, you get chose by the narcissist to be that child. Because when you're little and everything, you're that rambunctious, mouthy child that people don't know how to control. And it's not necessarily always in a bad way. Sometimes it's in a good way. And it's like, You're the one making wisecracks, and everybody's laughing, and people are like, boy, she's a spitfire, ain't she? And stuff like that. And instead of getting applauded, for when you're doing behavior that is not sinful and that is good, and like encouraged to kind of be that way and everything, but you're being attention seeking is the best way to word it. And that's the way anybody is that just they demand a lot of attention, and I guess I do, or I did, or what the fuck ever and everything, because that's just my personality. I have a larger than life personality. That's the reason I can get on here and I can shoot YouTube videos that are like vlogs of me just talking about my life and the shit that I've went through. There's not a lot of people that have the confidence or whatever to do that. And it's really hard for me to step back into being that and being that confident and everything when I've been abused emotionally my whole fucking life. Like, it's insane. But anyways, like, I'm just lost today as of, like, kind of what to do and everything. Like, I've been looking at some vehicles, and I don't know if I'll even be able to afford one, in all honesty. I have bare minimum amount of money to get a vehicle, and I need this vehicle to at least run for a year. Like, it has to run for a year with not needing a new transmission or motor or anything huge, or hell, anything, in all honesty. Like, and then I'm going to have to get insurance on it. I thought of talking to people in my family, but since my parents took my child, and everybody knows that that's wrong. Like, literally, everybody knows it's wrong that my parents took my child until they sat with my parents and my parents convinced them otherwise. But anybody that has known me the whole 11 years that I've took care of my child has always complimented me and told me that I'm a good mother and stuff. I took child development classes in high school. I know that does not give me a certificate in being a mom, but for people that have never taken them, it is a benefit that I took those. And I took them before I got pregnant and had my kid. And, like, I don't know. Like, I've always been able to be good with kids. And the thing is that they got me on my depression, is how they got her. Is how my child got taken from me, because I threatened verbally to kill myself. And I asked my child verbally if she wanted me to kill all of us, because I was under huge amounts of stress because my child was getting bullied for 3 years at the same damn school by the same damn bully, and we had done talked to the principal and done everything that we fucking could. Here I was not driving. Here I am 30 and just got my license this past month. Like, or no, it was this month. Hell, it ain't even been a month yet. Oh, but anyways, like, I'm going through hell. And so, like, this is just me vlogging and letting other people see that they're not the only ones suffering and going through stuff and everything. And, oh, that's another thing, too, that I was kind of going to talk about. Because, I mean, I just ramble, and I have a lot of thoughts going on in my head all the time and everything. But it's like, because being the scapegoated child, you learn to think that everything's your fault. Everything's your problem. Anything anybody says that's negative relates to you. So if they say something's broke or something's wrong or whatever, then it relates to you. And a very good primal example, I guess you'd say, or just an example of this, is when I get mad or when I get irritated because somebody else is irritated because of something else, and this person will not put the blame on me because this person is not in my immediate family. It's not my mother and my dad and my sister. And instead, they'll say something's broke or something. They'll be walking around bitching about it or whatever. And I'll be like, you know what? Just put it up on me. Like, I'll get so stressed out. I'll be like, you know what? It's my fault. And they'll be like, how's it your fault? You didn't even do shit. And I'm like, I don't know, because everything's my fault. And As a matter of fact, I even said that to my husband one time, and he said to me, he said, "Oh my God," he said, "I've been talking to this guy that I work with about how you cry all the time, and you feel guilty all the time for so much shit that you shouldn't feel guilty about." And my husband turned out to be narcissistic, because he went from being that loving, kind husband to, "You're a piece of shit, and like, you're if we get back together, you're gonna have to not say anything mean or out of the way to me. Like, I'm gonna have to kiss his ass and let him treat me like dirt," because he'd been cheating on me. And I was like, no. And he actually, like, tore my mind apart, I guess is the best way to put it, so bad that 5 years ago when we separated, I put a loaded gun to my head and I pulled the trigger, but it didn't go off. And that was because he kept harassing, calling me. That's the reason I cannot stand to be around negative people that do not like me, or do have some type of issue with me, or do find that they have some type of issue with me and they want to ride my ass about something constantly. Because I don't do that to anybody. I don't sit here and constantly ride somebody's ass about their faults. Even my damn kid. Like, literally, she wouldn't clean her room for ever. And it's like once a week, I'd be like, "Can you clean your room, please?" Like, it wasn't even an everyday thing. Like, get your ass in there and clean your damn room. Get your ass in there and clean. Now, sometimes once a month after I'd have my fill of kind of in between the weeks just being like, "Your room's getting messy. Don't you think you should clean it?" "I will later. I don't feel like it. I'm too tired. I'm hungry right now. I want to watch a movie. I want to this. I want to," and everything else. But sometimes I would get pretty stern and be like, "Get your butt in there right now and clean your room." "I don't want to right now. I don't feel like it." Like, just kid stuff. And then anybody knows, like, anybody with half of a brain that is raising a kid nowadays, it is so difficult. It is so difficult. And then if you're doing it alone, it is so much more difficult. And instead of feeling sorry for each other, like some people try to do, or people that are on the outside, like these maintenance people supposedly tried to do that was in my life or whatever, around here where I live, instead of taking pity, you shouldn't do that. Don't take pity. Don't, because that's one thing, and then your pity comes across as you being negative, in all honesty, because pity is a negative. Anybody that says any different is, like, so fucked up in their head. Like, there's compassion, and compassion is positive, but pity is negative. And I don't like pity, because I don't like negative. I don't like it one damn bit. And so these people took pity on my child, not on me, but on my child. And then that's another thing, too, that mothers have to go through, that people don't even understand, because unless you're a mother. When you're a mother and you're pregnant, you're else on your own throughout your whole entire pregnancy, and you have nobody giving a shit about you and nobody giving a shit about the baby, except for one or two conversations where people are, like, talking to you about your kid for the most part. But other than that, like, you realize to a degree, you're like, yeah, nobody cares, if I'm here or if I'm not, or nobody gives a shit that I about had a miscarriage or this and that, or that this went wrong or whatever. And so you get on this, like, survival mode, I guess you'd say, in your brain, of just, it's you, and you're taking care of the baby as best as you can, and to hell with everybody else. And that's usually kind of the mentality that I would think, because I didn't live that mentality to a degree. I kind of was, like, in between both of them. But you live in that mentality, usually because the father is completely and totally absent, does not care at all, like, has left you, or you don't have a supportive family around you, you don't have nobody that's supportive, or the father turned out to be abusive, or some type of shit like that. Then there's the other mentality that you can have when you're pregnant and everything, which is where everybody seems like they're all about you, because they're actually all about the baby. And it's like, oh, you look so tired. Oh, you look so hungry. Oh, your ankles are swelled. Here, prop your feet up. I hope your feet get to feeling better. And some women get treated like queens and princesses. Now, there's the in-between, and there's different variations, but that's pretty much the highest of the high and the lowest of the low. The lowest of the low is where you feel like you're completely alone and you got to take care of you, yourself, and your baby, and nobody gives a shit if you and your baby die. It's just you against the world. Then there's the other version of the pregnant lady that gets pampered, and I'm talking out the ass in. What do you want to eat tonight for supper? Are you hungry right now? Do you want to eat later instead of right now? And shit like that. And you deserve a massage. And there's those that have that, or whatever. At least that's what I've heard and what's been portrayed and all kinds of shit or whatever. Me, I didn't get hardly any attention when I was pregnant. My kid's dad told me congratulations on becoming a mom. That was it. And he would say, is your belly getting big, or is she moving? Do you feel her moving? That was practically the conversations, because he was in prison. So, and he probably only asked, is she moving, like 2 or 3 times. Like, he didn't, it was just whatever. And when I was going to school, everybody wanted to touch my stomach. Everybody wanted to feel my stomach, or whatever, to a degree. I mean, not a lot of people, but still, quite a few. And it made me feel like, oh, they care about me and my baby. So sweet and everything. But then after you have the baby, you realize nobody gives a shit about you. And all that they've cared about, usually, is the baby. And so the mom, if she's been on this high of being treated like a princess or being treated even halfway decent, and then all of a sudden she has the baby and it's just like, you are not important. And then that's even like when I had my daughter. Okay, I'm done the scapegoated child. So everything's done my fault. I'm done a horrible person, says my mom, dad, and sister. So whatever. So that's that. So I'm pregnant and everything. My mom, I don't even remember her saying anything or talking to me about anything when I was pregnant. She didn't give a shit. I think I had to ask her to touch my stomach. I was like, do you want to touch? Do you want to feel? And she's like, yeah, and I was like, okay. And then, like, I'd let her feel, and she could feel her feet pushing up, But, anyways, like, my mom didn't give a shit. My dad didn't give a shit. My dad thought I was a whore and a piece of shit. My sister really didn't give a shit. Hell, she was hardly even home. She was always at her boyfriend's house from the time I was 11 to the time I was... Fuck, I don't even know. Like, I literally have spent very little time with my sister since the time I was, like, 11. Like, she started dating and that was it. Like, Brandy who? Like, who? But, anyways, like I said, I ramble and I get sidetracked if you're the first time viewing this or whatever. And so, after I had my daughter and I'm in the hospital, it is cold in my room. Okay, I had an epidural there at the very last before I gave birth to my child. And literally, I'm kind of upset that I gave in to getting the epidural because I was just 30 minutes away from giving birth to my daughter. But it is what it is. Or maybe I was like an hour. It might have been 2 because the epidural did not take correctly. And so even though it made me a little, just ever so slightly, like, kind of like, like it just made me not care. It's almost like I was high in my mind a little bit or something, but not really. I still felt all the pain and everything. It did not take. And so it just kind of relaxed the rest of me, I guess is the best way to put it, or something. So, they wouldn't let me get up because whenever you have an epidural, you're not supposed to walk by yourself and all that. And right after I had my kid, I had to pee. I had to pee so bad. And I literally filled up the whole damn, it was like a huge ass bucket she brought in there. And she just kept pushing on my bladder because they catheterized me. And she's like, oh my God, you did have to pee, didn't you? And I was like, I told you, And I was just like, oh my God, how do you not get that? Yeah, I gotta pee, and I've had to pee, And so, anyways, go on. Like I said, they catheterized me, and so I wasn't allowed to get up and walk because I'd had the epidural. And so that night, I'm laying there, and my baby is asleep in her little, thing beside me. And she woke up, I remember, because she was cold. And I was cold. My feet were cold. And my mom's asleep in the chair. And I picked my baby up and I fed her. And my daughter's name's Ava. So I picked her up and I fed her. And she was breastfed until she was 2.5 years old. And so I fed her. And then I swaddled her up really good. And I think I changed her outfit. I changed her diaper and I changed her outfit. That's right. I put on a little button-up long sleeve, onesie or whatever, or outfit, whatever you want to call it. And it had the buttons going down one leg, and it went up at an angle, I remember. And I think it was polka dotted. But, and I swaddled her back up in her blanket and put her back to sleep and put her back over there. And I sat there for a few minutes, and I was like, holy shit, it's cold in here. And I was like, my mom ain't going to give a shit. I know my mom's not going to give a shit because I done know my mom. I done know how narcissistic she is, how selfish she is, how self-absorbed she is. And if she's not getting up saying that it's cold, even though the baby woke up because the baby's cold, and even though now the baby's not cold because I got the baby swaddled really good, I'm cold still, and I'm getting colder by the minute. So I'm sitting there, and I literally sat there for 20, 25 minutes probably, and I was debating on what the fuck to do. Because I knew if I asked my mom, and she said no, that it would upset me. And it would make me cry. And I don't like to cry. And I sure as hell don't need to cry when I just had my baby. The kid's dad's in prison. I'm done an emotional wreck on the inside, and I don't need to let it out. And just let it out and let it go. Because it won't stop. It ain't going, nobody's going to comfort me. And I'm going to be all alone like usual. So why not just hold it back and be alone like usual? So finally I was like, okay, I think I have enough emotional strength to deal with what's probably going to come. But let's hope like hell it's not going to. So I'm not supposed to get up, right? I'm not supposed to walk by myself. If I have to go to the bathroom, I'm supposed to page them. They're supposed to come and help me to the toilet because I'm not supposed to get up and walk by myself, even though my epidural didn't take. Because that's one thing before they catheterized me after I had her when I had to pee really bad. I tried to get up, and they were like, whoa, 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 where are you going? And I was like, to the bathroom, and they was like, you can't walk because you had an epidural. And I was like, yeah, but my epidural didn't take. I'm like, can't you go ask the doctor? And they're like, well, the doctor said that even though the epidural didn't take, we still can't, liability-wise, we can't let you get up and walk to the bathroom. And they was like, so, let us get 2 of our nurses in here and we'll walk you to the bathroom. I'm sitting there 15 minutes later and I'm about to fucking piss on myself. So this one nurse comes in. And I'm just like, I gotta pee, and she's like, oh, yeah, they're getting 2 nurses to come in here, and help you with that in a few minutes or some type of shit like that. And I was just like, I gotta go now. And then she's like, oh, you do? And she's like, well, do you want me to catheterize you? And I was like, I guess. I was like, because I gotta pee, And I didn't even want to be catheterized. I hated the thought of it. I'd never been catheterized before that I know of, not unless I was when I was, little or something. And I just hated the thought of it and everything. And so anyways, back to that night. Ava got cold. I fed her. I put her to sleep. I swallowed her back up like really good. Swallowed. Swaddled. Lord God bless. Sometimes my mouth, I swear, I don't know. I think it's still fucked up like a little bit. I don't know. And then I've talked about how I think I had a stroke like a year and a half ago, so that, and I've had numbness in my face before and stuff, and like my tongue, and so anyways, I swaddled Ava back up, got her warm, sitting there for 25 minutes probably, freezing my feet off, my nose is as cold as ice, and I'm like, you know what? She shouldn't, this is what I say to myself about my mom. You know what? My mom wasn't very supportive at all throughout my whole life. She wasn't supportive throughout my pregnancy, that's for damn sure. She wasn't even supportive of me as her child, her teen child, or anything. She wouldn't help me get on birth control. So I'm a little bit, just ever so slightly in this situation because of her, in my mind. And she shouldn't have stayed the night if she's not going to help me. So I reach over and shake her and wake her up. She's in the chair. And I'm like, hey. And she's like, what? And I'm like, it's cold in here. And she's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, yeah, it is. I'm freezing. And she's like, so? She's like, get another blanket. Get them to bring you another blanket. I said, well, Ava just woke up too because it's cold in here. I said I had to put a long-legged and long-armed, onesie on her so that way she could go back to sleep because she's even cold. I said, it's cold in here. And my mom just, well, I don't think it is. And literally turned back over and threw her sweater that she had up on her neck a little bit more and faced the other way and went off to sleep. And I'm like, you fucking bitch. And I'm just like, I hope you die, because I'm so mad. I'm so mad. And I'm like, oh my God. And I honestly thought this to myself. I thought, one day she's going to be in the hospital and it's going to be really cold in her room. And she's going to be really old. And I'm not going to give a shit. I'm not going to give a shit at all. I'm just going to be like, oh, you're cold? Oh, well, that sucks. But instead, I'm too fucking kind-hearted because she has been in the hospital several times. And I've even went and got the blankets out of the fucking blanket warmer in the middle of the fucking hall myself because the damn nurse is not responding quick enough. And that's my mom, and she's cold. Like, I hate myself for caring about these people that do not give a shit about me. And so anyways, my kid and everything, I'm just like, okay. And I'm like, well, let me, see if I can get up and kind of unswaddle her some because I'm going to cut the heat up. So, it took me about 15 minutes just to get to the edge of the bed. To set up and to try to not scoot because I had stitches. And just to try to scoot to the edge of the bed. So I finally get to the edge of the bed and I actually pulled my daughter closer. That way I could kind of use that as a little bit of a stabilizer, like to get up. And then I realized that I wasn't going to be able to do that, so I grabbed hold of the two sides of the bed frame and I stood up. And when I stood up, I made myself stand there for like 3 damn minutes before I even took one step because I was so scared I was going to fall. Because of what they had said to me about, oh, you get an epidural, you can't walk. And I literally, luckily I was only like 3 or 4 steps away from the wall. So I literally took those 3 and 4 steps and walked to the wall and just leaned up against the wall, kinda, all the way until I got to the thermostat and cut the heat up and then walked my ass back and got back in bed. And by the time all that shit was done, waiting 25 minutes and all that and everything, it'd probably been a damn hour. because, like I said, it took me about 15 minutes to scoot out on the bed. It took me a few minutes to walk, about 10 or 15 minutes to walk, I guess, or whatever. And then a few minutes to walk back, and then to try to sit back in bed and everything. And then I sat and I cried. I cried because I had to get up and I had to do that because I didn't have my kid's dad there to do that for me. My mom didn't give a shit to cut the heat up for me when I'm sitting there freezing and cold. And so I had nobody. And the thing was is that I tried to page the nurses once, like right after my mom told me no. And like they didn't come after about 3 minutes, and so I just took the call off because I was like, fuck it. I'll figure this shit out myself. Nobody knows what it's like unless they have lived through being a scapegoated child with a narcissistic parent that does not give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about your emotions. Their emotions are always going to be higher than yours. Like, they're emotional, like, they just care about themselves. They don't give a shit about you. But anyways, what I was talking about in the video and everything is, like, growing up like that and stuff, like, it makes you live in this mentality of everything's my fault. And it makes you learn, because if you're trying to be a good scapegoated child, I guess is the best way to put it, then before anybody even says it's your fault, you don't go ahead and take the blame. You're like, oh, well, it might be my fault because this, that. And you find the ways to manipulate ahead of time what they're going to end up manipulating about you anyways. And so you're just like, yeah, I guess it's my fault. Yeah, I guess it's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. It's my fault. And so then whenever you get around people, you are constantly looking for cues to relate everything back to you. Not because you want to be that way, not because you want to be narcissistic in that way, because that's narcissistic to think everything's about you, but because your brain has been fucking hardwired like that your whole damn life. And it's just really fucking ridiculous. And that's even like, this girl that I worked with previously or whatever, because I'm not working right now. She put up this, little Facebook meme or whatever, and it says, oh, bitch, you ain't talking to me? Okay, well, that's fine. You know what? I'll talk to myself, because I'm retarded like that. That's what it says, or something along that line. And just seeing that, and since I've only been doing this YouTube vlogging for 2 months or a month and a half, I was like, oh, okay, so that's towards me, right? Because I'm sitting here vlogging, because I don't have anybody to talk to, because I don't have any friends that I can talk to about stuff like this and them actually get it. So I'm talking and putting it out online, and so that's towards me. And there's been a few other memes and shit that people have shared, and I'm just like, oh, that's towards me because I'm doing this YouTube. And it's towards me because of this, and it's towards me because of that. Even though I've not had many views on any of my YouTube videos or whatever. Now, the one where I talked about my suicide attempts in the past, when I was younger and everything, that one's got the most views, in all honesty, because, I guess that's kind of a thing going on with a lot of people, especially now. And it's even proven that depression and suicide attempts and all that are on the rise instead of decreasing and stuff. So, I guess that's why and stuff. But I'm just sitting here, and that's one thing, too, that I said in the last 2 videos or whatever is, a long time ago, because me battling depression a long time ago, because I've battled depression my whole life. I looked up what you could eat that was like good naturally to kind of help you not be depressed, and one of the things was oatmeal. And so I've ate oatmeal the past 3 days, and so like that might be why I'm not as depressed as I was, is the best way to word it, because I'm not even really depressed right now. I'm just like lost. And that's another thing too, like that I was gonna talk about, is the feeling of being lost. Like feeling like I'm completely alone, feeling like I have nobody to confide in, nobody to talk to. Realizing, I guess you'd say, how alone I really am and stuff and everything like that. Um, just, I honestly don't even fucking know, like, how to, I hate my hair sometimes. But, it's like, I've never, because being scapegoated and everything's your fault. And so you grow up and your family teaches the extended family members, like cousins and aunts and uncles, that you're one of the biggest problems in the whole family. And see, that's the thing when my parents taking my kid from me. And so my family is like, yeah, maybe they are right. She has always seemed like a troublemaker. Even though here I am, 30 years old, just got my license, never been to jail or court or anything, no probation, no crime, no mischievous misdemeanor, nothing. Like, I ain't done shit wrong. And then, now, this girl, she called the cops on me, so there you go in that, I reckon. But then again, my damn parents called the cops on me there right before they took my daughter because I called the cops on them. So, and I called the cops on them because they called me and told me that they were coming and getting my daughter. No. You're not gonna just come and, like, kidnap my fucking kid. No. And so, they told me that in a threatening way, in a threatening manner. Because my mom literally called me and she said, your dad's on his way and he's coming to get Ava and the phone. So I called the cops on them. And then they ended up calling the cops on me because I didn't let Ava leave. So, that shit happened. But then this girl that I ended up falling in love with, that I worked with or whatever, and I've never been with a girl or anything, but I ended up falling in love with her personality and the way she was treating me and all kinds of shit and everything, or what the hell ever, because I don't even know anymore. Like, I'm just like, love is dead, kind of. Like, but, it's like I fell in love with her and I really liked her and everything, and I really thought she was a good person. Now I'm starting to wonder, and now I'm starting to, kind of just be like, I don't fucking know, and apparently she must see no value in me to not have the decency to talk to me. But, so, I heard from one of her friends that she was crying. And, because I didn't have a vehicle, and I knew where she lived, and I literally heard she was crying in the middle of the afternoon from this friend, so it wasn't like I heard the information early in the morning. And so I went walking to her house, and she lives a long ways away, or a decent ways away. So it took me a long time to get there. And by the time I got there, it was 10 o'clock at night. And so she ended up calling the fucking cops on me. And the cops gave me a ride back home and told me to not contact her or have anything to do with her or whatever. So I tried to not contact her, but, I mean, with the way everything's on the internet and stuff, so I'd write her on Facebook, send her a few messages, but she blocked my number. And I kept writing her on Facebook. And then she started writing me back when I wasn't expecting it. Like, I'd be like I was like I wasn't trying to purposefully get the final word in, but it's like I would get the final word in, and I'd be like, fine, you don't want to talk to me? Fine. You don't like me? Fine, we're done. Fine, you can't talk to me about that? Fine, whatever. Fine, and that's like, even the last time that, like, we really talked or whatever. So I'm sitting here minding my own business, doing my own thing, and I get a message from her. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm trying to get my mind off of you to the best of my ability, and you message me. I was like, I hate you right now. And she did that for 2 nights in a row. She just like messaged me out of the blue, like I wasn't expecting it. I was trying to get my mind off of her, and she just messaged me. And the last message, she was like, "Well, I'm just trying to help," or some shit. "I'm just trying to help you, or maybe God, this and that," because her family's real religious and shit. And I was just like, "You're not trying to help me." And she's like, "Yes, I am." And I'm like, "Just leave me alone." She's like, "Fine, I will, whatever," type attitude. And so we're both just like, whatever, towards each other. And then I'll be damned. Months pass. And I tried to, what was it? I got on Facebook, a new Facebook account. And she put up a post on her Facebook, public. So I could see her because she didn't have me blocked on this and because it was new. So she put up just a regular, like meme, or not a meme, but just a regular post on Facebook, something that somebody shares or whatever. And it's talking about cosplay. And I just liked it. Like, I was like, I'm going to like that, be supportive, because I still like her. I still care about her, and I still support her and her dreams and her ideas and who she is as a person, even though she's being a little asshole and we can't talk to each other or whatever. And as soon as I did that, I'll be damned if she didn't block me again. I was like, okay, fuck you. Okay, fuck you. Well, of course, I'm going to work and I have coworkers and stuff. And so when we talk about relationships or talk about stuff, or they talk about why am I upset, I'm in love with this girl, so that's why I'm upset. So that's what I'm going to talk about and everything. But other than that, I was in my own world. Like, I was like, okay, I'm done with her. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. And then I'd be like, no, I don't think I'm done. And then I'd be like, yes, I'm done. And then I'd be like, hey, I wish somebody else here could message her and talk to her for me and be like, hey, Heather really cares about you. You really need to at least talk to her because she really genuinely cares about you, And I was like, no, never mind. I'm done. I'm not going to talk to her. So, one night, and we had just got a new GM and only had her for a little while. Maybe like a month, I guess. One night I go into work, and I'll be damned, as soon as I clock in, here comes that girl. And I'm just like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. Like, seriously. And that's the thing, too, is her dad came to my work, like, 2 times that I know of after me and her first had a falling out. And then he works for a company that has quite a few people. And it's obvious, because they wear a uniform. And those amounts of people increased during my shift, I noticed. And so I don't know what the fuck's going on with this deal and everything. But all I know is she needs to talk to me, or she needs to leave me the hell alone. Like, that's the only 2 choices she's got. But, and I hate to be that way because I really don't want to ultimatum it, and I don't want to even be in that situation. And I don't even want to be in the situation that I've been in with her, where it's like I'm trying to prove to her that I'm valuable. I shouldn't have to prove to her that I'm valuable. She should know that I'm valuable, And so I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a big sticky mess that I'm like, stay over there and we're good. Like, if you'll talk to me like a reasonable human being, then that'll be cool. But if not, then just stay over there. I got my own shit to deal with and everything. And that's like, I even wrote on a post or whatever that I'll always love her because I will. I know me. But just because you love somebody don't mean that you got to be part of their life and stuff and everything. And that is very sad, because that's almost to the degree of like having somebody, I guess you'd say, like dead. Like you still love them, but they're not here. And that really sucks for the person that does want them to be around. And I really do want her to be around. But anyways, back to the whole scapegoated child shit and all that. And like growing up in that. So when you grow up and you get out you feel that way about everybody. You start feeling that way about everybody. Just like I said, a girl that I worked with put up a meme, you know, and I was like, holy shit, that's related to me. Oh my God, you know, that's related to me. Me. And so then I come across as a narcissist. But then in doing that, there are people that do that because that's just like the maintenance people and shit. These people literally were talking about me. They even came and knocked on my door one day and told me that the neighbors were talking about me. I mean, like, they love the gossip, I guess. Especially, anyways, but they love gossip. And there's people like that they do love the gossip. And I really don't. I really don't. Like, I literally want to live on a fucking mountain with my kid and my 3 dogs and my 2 cats and any other animal that we decide to buy or own or whatever, and give me my own personal fucking Walmart. I can live out of I know they don't have the best of the best, but I was raised well, I wasn't raised Walmart from the beginning, because Walmart, I don't even think it existed when I was born. I don't know what year Walmart came into play, because I remember Piggly Wiggly and ShopRite and, oh my God, Eckert's. Like, the pharmacy and all the shit that they would sell. Like, Eckert's. But, like, whenever I was, like, at least, I'd say 10, I guess, it was like everything was Walmart. And from there on out, that's all that I've, Walmart here, Walmart there, go to Walmart, you need a good deal, a decent deal, a half-ass decent deal, or whatever, and, like, you need to get this and that, go to Walmart. I mean, like, it's just always been the go-to. But anyways, like, I don't know how to survive in society to a degree when a lot of people do love to gossip. Like, it's really difficult. And when you're used to growing up as the scapegoated child, so you've got to learn to take the blame for everything going on in the house. And so when you step out into society, and society is just already gossiping, oh, look at that person with that green shirt on, and, I wonder why they got that on. Like, and people are like that. And you've grown up in that, mentality and everything. It's like, holy shit, everything's my fault. Everything's my fault. Everything's my fault. Okay, it's my fault. I don't even know how it's my fault, but somehow it's my fault. And then when people, like, for instance, the school principal, I'm taking my child, up there and saying, listen, this happened. Listen, that happened. Listen, this happened. That happened. That happened. This happened. And my child is crying, basically, for 3 years about this one bully. And the principal's just like, oh, well, they have issues, pretty much saying about the other child that's picking on my kid. And I'm thinking, okay, well, how the hell's that my fault? And I even put up a Facebook post like a few months ago. I was like, child, whoever, like, people around here even know the child's name. She doesn't just bully my daughter. She bullies a lot of kids at school. And I was like, okay, child, I'm sure you got 2 legs. I'm sure you know how to fucking walk. If your family's being abusive to you and that's the reason you're being a little butthole, walk your ass to my house, and I won't let nobody, come and, like, rip you away and put you back with your family. Like, granted, the cops can come and be like, hey, that's legally their child, da-da-da-da-da. I'll be like, well, this child's getting abused, so da-da-da-da-da. So, we got to get so-and-so involved or whoever, and if the child wants to live here and if y'all let her live here, then so be it, then she'll live here. But if not, then hey, and she can go to state or whatever, or she can go to other family members in her family that are not abusive. And see, that's another thing, too. Like, that was literally my mentality right before my daughter got taken. So it's almost like, oh, you're not just an ass kisser for as far as the school, mommy, dearest, of this bratty child. You're an ass kisser all the way up to the courts, and stuff and everything. Because that's the thing. Is like, I'm not sitting here all strung out on fucking drugs or anything. I'm just battling depression. And my last actual suicide attempt was 5 fucking years ago. Or 5.5 damn years ago. Or it's coming close to 5.5 damn years ago. But holy shit. And the only reason I even had a suicide attempt was because I was in a situation where I was forced. Okay? Now, granted, my grandmother didn't come up to me and say, okay, if you don't answer this fucking phone when he calls, I'm going to blow your goddamn head off. Now, my grandmother didn't say that. But my grandmother did say, because it was my ex-husband calling. My grandmother did say that his repetitive calling was getting on her nerves, and that he was my husband, and that it was my responsibility to answer the phone and talk to him about problems if I didn't want her talking to him about problems. And I'm like, Mama, I want a divorce. Me and him are done. We're done. We're not together. I don't want to be together with him anymore. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I've tried. Can you not just change your phone number? I know I'm not changing my phone number. I've had my phone number for so-and-so years. I'm not changing my phone number. Okay, fine. Don't change your phone number. But don't bitch at me for him calling 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 times in a row. And he still would. And so she would still hand me the fucking phone. And so this night he called. She was asleep. Me and him had been talking earlier. We'd been civil with each other. And then all of a sudden, late at night, he spirals into this everything's your fault, Heather mentality, where he's just blaming everything on me. And I'm done going through so much other shit. I'm going through the fact that I'm having to live back with my grandmother. All the dreams and everything that I ever had with my husband have just went down the drain. I mean, just like thrown in the pit of fire, like thrown into hell or whatever. Like it's gone. It ain't never coming back. It ain't never even slightly coming back. It's dead. It's been overkill. Like, it's just gone. And so he kept calling, and I had to keep answering so that way he wouldn't disturb my grandmother because she was asleep. And he just kept being verbally abusive to me. And I tried to set down the phone and like pretend listen and like ignore him. But he noticed I was doing that. So then he'd get mad and he'd hang up and then he'd call back. And then I'd be like, stop calling back, because you're going to wake my grandmother up, and you're going to get her mad at me. And you're going to maybe wake Ava up. But Ava, my daughter's always been kind of a little bit of a hard sleeper, I guess you'd say, or whatever. Or a sound sleeper is the best way to put it. And so I was just like, okay, fine, I'm listening. So I literally had to listen to her. And after an hour or two listening to him, I couldn't take it anymore. I didn't know what to do to escape. He was going to keep calling. And if he kept calling, I was going to get bitched out by my grandmother. I didn't want to get bitched out by my grandmother. I'd asked my grandmother to change her phone number. She wouldn't change her phone number. I was pinned. I couldn't do nothing. It's like being between a rock and a hard place. Like, I don't want my grandmother bitching at me every day because my ex-husband keeps calling all the time. And then she's going to bitch, my grandmother will, to everybody in the family. And then everybody in the family, every time they see me, they're going to be like, why can't you get your ex-husband to stop calling Mama's phone? I couldn't get her to change her number. She wouldn't listen to me. And then he wouldn't listen to me to stop calling. That I didn't care. That I didn't want to listen to him. That we were done. That we were over. And he's still in denial about that to this day. God, is he? So yeah, I put a loaded gun to my head and tried to pull the trigger. But that was 5 years ago. 5.5 years ago, actually, because let's see. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Yeah, it was like 5.5 years ago, actually, or close to 5.5 years ago. But I mean, I don't think that's a bad run for somebody that is seen as a danger to themselves, and they know the reason why they were a danger to themselves, and they know to not allow themselves to be put in that situation anymore. And I've never been a danger to anybody else. I've never even been physically violent, except my sister now when I was 15. But holy shit, I'm 30. That was 15 years ago. And see, that's just like me mentioning my dad pulling a gun on me when I was 15. That was 15 years ago. And the judge, even when I mentioned that, he said, well, that was so long ago. Okay, well, that was so long ago. But he still took into account that it scared me. So, my parents can take in, you can take into account that what I did to my sister 15 years ago scared them. But that was my sister 15 years ago. I knew the situation I was put in. The situation I was put in was I had to let my sister abuse me by smacking the shit out of me anytime she felt like it. And I had to deal with that mentality since I was like 4 or 5. So for 10 years, anytime my sister felt like slapping me, she could haul off and slap the shit out of me, and I couldn't do nothing back. So after 10 years of bullshit, yeah, I snapped on her ass. And I even scared my damn self. But anyways, that was 15 fucking years ago. But I'm gonna end it because it's 56 minutes long, and yeah, YouTube won't let you shoot really long fucking videos and shit. If it wasn't for that, I swear, like, I would sit here and I would talk more and get more stuff out and get it all out in one setting, and then I wouldn't have to keep kind of refocusing and shit. And I don't know, it's just all messed up. I don't even know what the hell to label this. I really don't. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video. So, if you like it or whatever, then drop a like, comment, share, subscribe. And like I've said before, if anybody wants to talk to me, they can message me on my Facebook or whatever, or they can write me in comments and we can talk like that, because I know that sometimes somebody needs somebody to talk to, and stuff. But other than that, I'm gonna end it, so I'll catch you later.